of you who don't know, the ketogenic diet, real simple, is when your body has fats and sugars or fats and carbs, the first thing it does is it burns the carbs. Once it's burned all your carbohydrates, so your breads, your pastas, your juices, your sugar, it starts to burn ketones for energy. Okay, so the first thing your body burns, if you give your body ice cream, now in the ice cream there's sugar and there's fat. Your body's gonna burn all that sugar and then get to the fat. So when you're burning fat, it's burning ketones. So if you guys ever been on a low carb diet and then you get that, you haven't eaten carbs in a while and then you get that bad breath, that's your body burning ketones. Now you know your body's burning fat. Okay, so according to the ketone diet believers, they say that, hey, if you want to lose fat, you should always be running on fat. Don't give your body more. Some say 50 grams of carbs, some say 75 grams of carbs, some say 35 grams of carbs, depending on your fitness level.
I hit a milestone this morning at 190.
That's huge. Ooh. That's great.
Yeah, I've lost more than 10 pounds.
Since when?
How long has it been? Like 6 months, something like that? 5 months? 5 months.
Just going real clean?
Well, I cut all the bullshit out, and I started eating a high-fat diet, high healthy fats like avocados, coconut oil,
right?
Things along those lines. And I just cut out bread, sugar, all that stuff.
No carbs?
Well, very little.
Right.
I get most of my carbs from vegetables, but man, I'll tell you, like, as far as like physically, like my energy level, it's amazing. I feel so good. Oh, I've never felt better.
Really?
Yeah, it's incredible.
I want to try this.
I think we just get used to feeling like shit.
It's really true.
You know?
It's totally true.
You just get used to it. You get used to, like, people are hungover.
Yeah. You're just kind of like in this fog, and you're just like, that's just how I am.
Whether it's bad diet or booze or whatever.
What about do you see how Kimmel lost?
I'll do blueberries.
Yeah, a little bit of berries.
I'll do mangoes occasionally.
Mangoes
it'll knock you out. It'll definitely knock you out. But
it's not as bad as refined sugar, though. It's fructose versus sucrose, right?
Right. But see, I'm not necessarily 100% concerned with getting knocked out. My concern was, like, what is the diet that my body functions the best on? Like, how do I feel when I work out? How do I feel, like, just throughout the day? And for me, no sugar. That's the big one. Avoid all that. No pasta. No bread. Cut all that stuff out. And no rice. When I just do that, it doesn't seem to fuck with me too much if I have like a pear,
right,
or a little bit of this, or a little in yogurt. You know, if you have like a large bowl of yogurt and blueberries, realistically, you're getting too much sugar. You know, but too much sugar for what? It's not. It doesn't fuck my body up,
right?
But it's going to knock me out of ketosis.
Sure.
But then I take exogenous ketones, and
that's what I should do, because when I get knocked out, I'm in a slump.
Yeah, just take exogenous ketones.
You
know, Dom D'Agostino has his own brand now.
The Ketogenic stuff.
No, he has his own brand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Ketogenic. I just bought it. I just had it delivered. I haven't tried it yet, but I've been doing Keto OS, which is another company.
They need to come up with better
similar
names for these products. Like, everyone's like, what's Ketogenic?
I don't know. Who cares? I don't give a fuck what they call it. Just pour it in the water. It's great. But
they taste good?
Yeah,
the Ketogenic is good, but I heard some of them are really jet fuel-y nasty.
Keto OS is fine. I mean, it's not the best tasting stuff in the world. It's not Gatorade, but it's not awful.
Right.
It's fine. It's just, like I said, my main concern is predominantly making sure I'm eating healthy stuff. Just making sure that and then I also have to really vet out some of the information when it comes to increasing the mitochondria in your body. Like, is that all real? Like, I don't know. I need to find the pros and cons or the detractors of these ideas, because there's some of the things that Sisson was saying that was like, ooh, I gotta look that up. And Kyle Kingsbury, who's a friend of mine, who's a former UFC fighter, who's a very, very smart guy, who's also been keto for a couple years now. I have a few friends that are athletes, like real high-level athletes. My friend Danny Propokos, he's a former jiu-jitsu world champion. He's been ketogenic for the past year. He's really dedicated. He takes that Ketocana stuff.
Oh, cool.
But he's just 100% convinced it's the way to go. But it's funny, man, how many people like fight like cats and dogs about this online. It's almost like a keto kid. I've been doing for 6 days. He's the keto kid now. That's your new nickname, the keto kid.
That's hilarious. The keto kid.
I'm just happy you're doing it, man. You know, before we get into the UFC stuff, Brendan and I were talking before this about he started the no sugar diet. He went straight keto.
Which is crazy for me. So.
Yeah, for you, dude. I was like, there's
Crazy.
no way he's ever gonna do this. You're so addicted to candy.
I was the straight candy man.
Like
I had
you and
candy
Ari
in my
Shaffir.
car, everything.
Ari Shaffir is probably the worst I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, he'll take a day off candy and he'll just eat like pasta and bread all day, like giving his body candy in some other form.
Damn. Yeah, for me, I think it was just like I've tried all these diets and I've never got the results I wanted to. And then as soon as I started doing this, everyone's like, "Be careful, man. The cravings, you're gonna have headaches." I haven't had shit. Matter of fact, I work out more.
Was it hard at all over the first couple of days?
No,
That's interesting.
not at all. Not at all.
Well, you know, if you talk to that Mark Sisson guy, he would probably say that your body just adapts really well to it. That's what I would probably imagine. But I think, like, to be sure you're even in a state of ketosis, you got to measure your blood. But it's going to be annoying for you, just like it was annoying for me. I have to find out where's the right place to stab yourself, because the fingertips weren't working for me.
It's like the little insulin when you check your blood sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they weren't getting through my fingertips.
Get some thick ass fingers. I've always wanted to do it, but I never really had a strict reason to do it, like something that just put me over to finally make the decision to do it. And I was thinking about how much you do, because I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm like, dude, I'm getting tired, man. I'm not doing that well. Like, I could be doing better, just mentally more clear, and I'm working out, doing all this stuff. And you and I have been talking about it for a while, and I was like, fuck, I might as well try it, man, because coffee really does nothing to me anymore. I could drink 6 cappuccinos before I go to bed and sleep just fine. Just fine.
You probably
Just
never
fine.
get into REM sleep at all. Like,
Nothing,
that's what
dog.
happens.
So I'm like, I got to do something. And, dude, it's been great.
Wow, that's amazing. Good for you.
On
It
that
gets easy.
12-step program, son.
It gets easy because after a while you just look at food as like, oh, well, this is what I'm supposed to be eating. That other stuff isn't food. You know, like you don't look at a candy bar like, oh, that would be good right now.
That's what's crazy to me. I'm not like you were talking about how you have those ketogenic like Reese Pieces or whatever. I don't even want to try that bullshit.
Yeah, these are, I should give them a shout out. Quest Labs sent us a bunch of stuff when they found out that we were.
And
that I was doing
Quest are
this.
great. I know those guys. They're great. But like even like sweets or something that simulates sweets, I don't want that. It's weird,
But
man.
this stuff's good. Like they have crackers. You could eat these crackers. These are like keto crackers. They're saltines.
I fucking hate crackers now.
Whoa. You don't give a
I'm
fuck.
against carbs in any form.
Those aren't really carbs.
I
don't
know.
what the fuck they are.
I
What
don't
are
like the
made
way
out
they
of?
look anymore,
Whoa.
Joe. Yeah, son.
Look at you. You're a new man.
I know, man. I feel good. Panda a week later, I'm just 300 pounds.
This is
full
some
of sugar.
stuff I've been taking too. It's called Ketogenics, and it's exogenous ketones. These are, I don't know if that guy, Dom DiAgostino, had something to do with this. Somebody told me. I need to research it further. But these are exogenous ketones. You take this and you mix that with water, and it puts you in a state of ketosis really rapidly, like within an hour.
12 carbs, though.
Yeah, but it's okay for the whole day. I mean, how much?
Again, I don't need anything. I have some nuts in my car covered in cinnamon. I'll snack on those all day, be just fine.
Look,
Never hungry.
You're very dedicated.
Something's going on right now. I got nuts in my car. I have nuts
What
in
kind?
my car.
Like macadamia?
Almonds.
Ooh, almonds are good.
Almonds, man, with
Almonds
just-
are good.
Cinnamon on top.
You know what I do? I eat those pistachios that are already shelled.
Oh, so you got to crack the shell open?
No, they're already shelled.
Oh, you're saying, no, they're not shelled.
No, the shelled meaning the shells were removed.
Oh, word.
Yeah, that's
Is
shelled.
that the correct term? Shelled?
Shelled.
Well, wouldn't... Okay.
Yeah, like I mean, what would be a
it's
good
not
comparison?
unshelled?
No, I don't believe so. I think they say shelled, meaning that they have been removed from
Because someone
the
goes, hey, you
shell.
want some shelled...
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is
If you want some
unshelled.
shelled nuts, I'd say, well, is there anyone who can unshell them?
What you're saying makes total sense.
I know.
Well, whatever it is, I buy them in the bag with no shells. Let me just put it that way.
I don't like
And
that.
it's a big giant ass bag, and I just force feed them.
I like the work. It's like with sunflower seeds. I don't like just regular sunflower seeds. I gotta have the shell.
Yeah,
I like the
know
work.
A lot of people do that, man.
Like if you just got a plate of crab meat, fuck that noise. I want the legs to crack open.
I see.
Is that weird?
No, there's merit to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I get it. I had some regular pistachios the other day, and I had to work for them. And,
Rewarding.
Yeah, and they were kind of like flavorful on the outside. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like sucking
But
on the shells.
sometimes I just like to pour a coffee cup full of pistachios and just eat that shit while I watch TV.
See, I'll do a mix. Little macadamia nuts, cashews, all unsalted. I hate salt.
Dude, you're so healthy now. What's going on?
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know. I'm like this fucking new fucking keto. It's weird, man. The keto kid that made me fucking.
Are you getting a lot of vegetables in too?
Yeah, tons of veggies.
Yeah.
You know what my big thing is? I've ate it every night for dinner since I've been on the diet. Is I do like a shredded lettuce cabbage mix that I saute and I put buffalo meat in it. And then I'll put hot sauce on top of that. Every night that's what I have for dinner. I know. I look forward to it too.
Wow.
It's so weird.
Yeah, weight is going to melt off your body too. The first few pounds that you lose, obviously I'm not a doctor, are supposed to be just your body adjusting to this new lower inflammation diet. You don't have as much inflammation, you don't have as much water storage in your body.
Yeah.
And you just get rid of some of that. And then your body, as it starts burning off fat, one of the coolest things is you don't get those crazy hunger cravings either. It's a completely different kind of hunger.
Well, plus it lasts longer, right? Because you're eating these fats, so your body's not spiking insulin, right? It's like more of a steady pace.
And the spike in insulin is fucking real, man. Because like I told you, I cheated in Mexico, and then I cheated one other time. I just said, "Fuck it, I want a cheeseburger and a milkshake from this like old timey
So
diner."
American.
I was so dead afterwards. It was like somebody poisoned me. I mean, it was it's so dramatic, man.
You're like, nah, bitch.
No, I really did
Struggle's
feel
real.
like I was having the hardest time getting up off the couch. I was like, God, I just couldn't breathe. It was like my body had just shut down to process
That
all this
garbage now.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this? I think the only thing that took me a while to get used to was so much MCT oil.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that, though.
I texted you yesterday.
Yeah.
I was running, man. I took a bunch of this new MCT oil. I swear to God, I was like, it's Venice. I might as well just shit my pants right here. Like, no one's going to give a fuck. I will just...
You said ketogenic. There's thousands of people listening to this podcast and like, no, not again. Because it comes up so often because I've been doing
good,
that
though.
for 5 months. I've been eating nothing but that. Like, that's how I eat.
Right.
And I've lost
feel-
like 10 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Brian's lost so much weight on this diet. Like, his camp before that was a struggle to get the weight down because he's really big for 135. He
Right.
gets up to like 165.
Yeah.
You know, he can get up to 170-ish.
Yeah, I remember when he was making the cut the first time. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was hard. But this one, he switched to that, you know, with a little bit of carbs. Obviously, if you're an athlete, you have to have some carbs. You
Sure.
can't do strictly fats and whatnot. But anyways, his weight has flown off. He's way ahead of schedule. He's doing really good. So we're pumped about that. And I'm eating shitloads of fats too and staying lean and healthy, and I feel good.
So, like, do you do, like, what protocol are you following? Like, is it like 60% fats, 30% protein, 10% carbs? Like, do you know?
No, I'm not that scientific about it. I kind of just listen to my body and I just eat what I feel. I feel like I've been doing it so long that I just kind of have a natural sense. It's like if I'm hungry, then I just choose to eat something that's more fat-based than something that's sugary or carby.
Like, what kind of foods are you gravitating towards?
So recently I've been so stoked about liver mousse.
Liver mousse? Like,
yeah, it's like mousse.
Pate?
Yeah, they're delicious. Like if you go to Whole Foods and you go to the cheese section, they have these little packages of moussed liver and they have different flavors. And I got like a truffled one. I think I ate almost the whole thing in one sitting, but they're not that big. I mean, they're like, you know, but I mean, it's kind of a lot of fat, and the liver's really, really good for you. It's got like vitamin D and tons of vitamin C. I guess more than carrots. Like liver has crazy amounts of vitamin C. So it's just like a superfood. My doctor told me, I'm like, I'll eat whatever. I tend to like foods more when I know they're good for me too. Something like mentally in my brain just tells me this is good for you. You like it.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I guess if you train as much as you do, that does totally make sense.
Yeah, and beets.
Beets are great for
Yeah,
you.
beet juice.
Oh yeah, that stuff's fantastic for you. Beet juice also, it mimics things like the endurance properties of things like certain mushrooms. Like if you take beets, like Rich Roll, who is a endurance athlete, was saying that he found like significant advantages in taking beet juice, and that like blending beets in like a kale shake or something along those lines really gave him like an extra boost in training.
Yeah, this is a little company called Love Beets. Oh, I don't know if they're little. They could be big. Love Beets. You see a lot of them at the Whole Foods too. They have like the cans of beets. And I was doing UFC Embedded and I had beets on my salad. And then they reached out to me like, "Oh, we saw she had beets on her salad. We want to send her out some beet juice." Like maybe she was having Love Beets. Well, actually, it was Love Beets. And they sent me out this. Oh man, this shit's delicious. It's so good. And